Up next is Stephanie Eyison, and she works at Global Media Alliance, and she's a PR consultant, PR person, let's say, and her story is very interesting. So let's have a look at this one.
Sitting here with one of my colleagues, Stephanie Eyison, one of my own very friends also at Silver Lounge, and we're here to discuss more about her and her move to Ghana. Thank you so much for joining us on Be Bold.
You're welcome.
Yes, so I am actually really excited about talking to you because you are one of those that closed your eyes and literally jumped back home. Can you tell me exactly what inspired that move for you to come back to Ghana to work and, you know, just start a life?
Yeah, because it's home, firstly, and because I just didn't feel like I wanted to make a huge difference, like what Be Bold is about. And so I just felt like, you know, in order to do that, I should come home and learn about what, you know, the economy is about, what the culture is, to enrich myself, basically, and then, you know, make that impact.
Yeah. Now, how long had you been out of Ghana for before you came back?
About 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah,
for
6 years.
school, basically?
Yes, for school.
And then you just closed. Did you have a plan?
Well, I thought I did until I got here, and then everything just changed.
So you thought you had a plan, and then you made that jump, and it changed.
Yeah, I was like, okay, let me come to Ghana. I will take maybe a month or two to try and suss out, you know, how everything is about, and how, you know, everything works, and then probably start looking for a job. I wanted to also relax because after school, you know, like I jumped from, you know, undergrad to grad, and then I didn't have a break, and I was like, okay, I need a break. And so let me come, you know, relax, and then jump on the, like, you know, career, like finding a job path. And as soon as I got in, 2 days, I got a job, and I was like, oh my goodness. So it just totally, completely changed everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me about your experiences working at GMA.
Oh, watch what you say, Steffi. No, I absolutely love working at GMA. I wouldn't do, trust me, I wouldn't want to do anything, especially being back home, that I didn't enjoy, because it is home, and, you know, I have the time. We are young, you know, so that's my excuse. But I absolutely love GMA. I have grown as an individual. I have grown as a professional as well. And to be honest with you, I hadn't really worked. My field, I come from a communications and multimedia field, but I hadn't really had that experience yet. And I think that GMA is the best place
to get that.
to get that. Yeah, I know that it might sound cliche, but honestly, I absolutely love working there. And it's not because, you know, this is, but I really do.
Yeah. So tell me about your you know, you moved back to Ghana. You've now found this new job that you love doing. Do you have any regrets at all in coming back home?
I miss shopping. I miss going to the mall and actually.
Hey, we have a mall here.
Yeah, but you know, unfortunately, I can't afford, you know, certain things at, like, you know, just going and seeing, you know, sales sign up and just going and grabbing stuff and just little things. But aside that, I don't really. And that is not even a regret. That's just something I miss. But no, I don't regret it at all. No.
So tell me exactly, what is your 5-year plan?
Ooh, my 5-year plan. You know what? I was actually thinking you're going to say 10 years, then I would have said, you know what? No, I need 5. My 5-year plan is ultimately to be your boss. I'm just joking.
You wish.
I'm just joking. No, but you know, I would want the position where I would have my own media house and just. I tell you, the plans keep on changing. My own media house and just be running things, because communications is my life. It's just something that I enjoy doing, and I can see myself being on top of things, learning probably from now till, you know, in a year or two, and then, you know, starting up something of my own from scratch. But then in 5 years, I would want to be with my media company, but also I was thinking about luxury goods and you know, fashion houses, and you know how you have like conglomerates owning a couple of, you know, fashion house, like Christian Dior being under LVMH, you know, kind of situation. Yeah, so that's what I would like. So maybe, who knows, I might own I. Morrison, I might own Christy Brown, and you know, all these fashion houses all across, and you know, Jela Sego and just buy them out.
And wow, you have some. So first, you want to be my boss. You want to take over Christy Brown. You want to take over Aya Morrison. I hope they're listening to this.
No, they would still be. Their names will always be. You know, it just perpetuated. But at the same time, too, I just want to be able to have that. I guess I'm a control freak.
Yeah.
Have that control because I believe that. You know what? Honestly, I believe that they're absolutely brilliant brands, and so if you have that marketability, then you should be out there. And I think it's a bit difficult for Ghana now to. I guess now we are understanding fashion more, but I think maybe I could take it to another level.
Okay, so you're into fashion, you're into multimedia and so forth. What do you think some of the challenges we face here in Ghana in those particular industries are?
With the fashion industry, I think that the replication is very easy, and so it's hard being a designer. If you're not smart and if you don't have the eye, it's going to be extremely difficult to flourish. And sometimes there's that conflict with having a brand that is Western enough to go international and maintaining the culture. I see somebody like Christy Brown and I think, you know, she's smart, she knows exactly what she's doing. But sometimes do people criticize her because they're like, okay, well, like you are using, you know, African print, but at the same time too, you're incorporating, you know, something that a Westerner would see and recognize easily. So I think that's the situation. But at the same time, and it's hard because you don't want something that someone can pick up and then take to the seamstress down the road and be like, okay, can you make this for me? Well, I'm guilty of that. I've done that before. But at the same time, too, we have to appreciate what other people have sat down to, from sketching to, you know, for even like, you know, imagining to sketching to cutting the patterns and then like putting together. We need to appreciate that, and I think that's an issue that we have with the fashion industry as a whole.
But people copy each other all the time. I mean, sometimes I always say, fake it and you'll make it. You know, just like if you can do something and you can copy not necessarily you can be inspired.
Yeah.
I mean, fashion is art. Art, you know, is sort of from inspirations from all over. So that's kind of difficult to say, oh no, this is my design.
No, but you see, in Ghana, the thing is, it's actually very difficult to recognize something that a specific designer has made because somebody's able to replicate it to a T. You go, but if you go to, if you're outside, if you see that Gucci, you know, Gucci's color blocking, was it last year or 2010? Their spring summer collection. It was like, okay, once you see, you're like, oh, that reminds me of Gucci's collection. But in Ghana, no, nobody's gonna say that reminds me of, I don't know, Aya Morrison's stuff. It's just gonna be, oh, this person made it for me. Do you get, that is what I want, for us to have that immediate recognition for or for a design or an outfit. And I think we will get there. But
what about in the communications industry? What do you think some of our issues in media? I mean, when you say communication, do you also mean media?
Yes, of course.
And so forth.
Synonymous. Well, not synonymous, but you know, they go
what
together.
do you think our biggest issue with the media is right now?
Crystal.
Very carefully.
I know. Like, no. I think that firstly, I have to commend the media industry because a lot of people are they have the drive and the desire to put news out there and to you know, have associate a certain integrity with whatever they put out there, and I commend that. However, I think that sometimes even though it's a communications industry, the communication flow is actually a bit flawed. Several times you get information, it's not cross-checked, or you know, it's not verified, and you're like, okay, well, you're in the business, you should know what you have to do. And I think a lot of people also take it for granted that it's easy. You know, it's easy because it's not science. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to go cut somebody open. So, okay, let me just go into the communications industry, and you know, I can be a journalist, or I can be PR, or I can do, you know, all these things, and they're easy. You just have to read a couple of books, and you'll be perfect at it. But no, if you don't have the knowledge and the skill set to you know, produce something that's has substance, or it's not going to pan out. And I think that is a lot of issues. Like, we face that a lot in the industry, where quality, I don't know if it's even quantity, but the quality is just subpar.
Well, thank you very much for joining us here today.
You're welcome, Crystal.
Yes, and we've learned a lot of lessons from you, Stephanie, today, and we're going to hold you to some of the stuff you said. Definitely not the you be my boss part, because that's not happening.
Well,
but you never know. You never know.
Well,
right?
maybe the boss of the next Crystal, if there could be one.
All right, you've heard it from Stephanie right here on the Be Bold Show. Now hold on a minute. Did you hear her say that she would employ me?
Oh, she's very ambitious.
She is very ambitious.
Is
Stephanie,
ready to get going.
like you better employ me. You better have some good money to pay me, otherwise.
It's a no-go. No way.
All right, guys, let's take a break. We'll be back in a moment.